Hey, Petruits here. For those of you who watched the live event, the live version of this, the first one, I just deleted that one because there was an interruption and there was apparently a phone call from me, but then the person hung up. So for those of you who didn't get to see live, um, you're watching the newer version of this, the remake. So the next video will be a review on Red's Wicked Black Cherry, which is through the Red's Apple Ale product. I already tried it at the Giant Eagle near my house. So it's pretty good. I'm gonna give a review on the smell, the consistency of Wicked Black Cherry. As you can see, that's what I'm drinking now. And these are the do's and don'ts when it comes to school. If you are in college, please do not drink before the first day of school. Why? Because I have seen people who had massive hangovers on the first day of classes, and they ended up missing all their classes because they were so hungover. Also, don't get drunk on the first day. That's just stupid. Getting drunk on the first day. That's just plain stupidity. So don't get drunk the day before or the night before. The first day of classes, and don't get drunk on the first day of classes. Next, do not complain about professors and teachers to other people, to friends, because that will get back to the teachers and professors. If you're going to complain, just complain if there's any wrongdoings. I can tell you my experience with that back when I was in grade 8, when I was in 8th grade. I've had to do that quite a few times, and eventually the person got fired. I'm going to share that story now, actually, so you have a good taste of what I mean by wrongdoing. Once upon a time, when I was in 8th grade, one of my teachers was pregnant, and there was this woman who was supposed to be long-term sub. I am not going to say any name purposes for privacy reasons and to protect that person's identity. So once a month in one of the classrooms, the kids get to have a movie day. And I was in that particular classroom. So majority of us voted for Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, which is rated PG in the United States. I don't know what the ratings are for the rest of the U.S. For the rest of the world. So most of us voted for Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, and the teacher said, "This is a Christian classroom." She said, "This is a Christian classroom," and I got really offended because I wasn't baptized. I wasn't religious. I was a spiritual person at the time. There's a difference between spirituality and religious. And I'm not really a religious person still. I'm still more spiritual, but I am a little bit more religious than I was back when I was in middle school. And this offended me because I was thinking about becoming a religion other than a Christian. So I was exploring religion with different religions and different beliefs. And the teacher just jumped into the assumption that everyone's Christian. Well, I definitely wasn't. I wasn't baptized or announced that I'm Christian at the time. So I reported her because this was in a public school, and in public schools you can't say this is a Christian classroom. You can't bring up stuff like that because there are people who could be Jewish, and there are people there who could be Unitarian Universalists like myself, and so on. And she gave me so many detentions because I kept reporting her for wrongdoing, because she did keep doing wrongdoing. She kept violating all of these rules that are in the policy. She threw a calculator at me because I reported her. And she kept writing me up for talking back, giving an attitude, and false reporting. But we all know that, like, those of us who had this person as a teacher, and the parents know that her giving me these detentions were her retaliating against me. And in reality, it turns out I did nothing wrong. I actually did the right thing, and she was in the wrong. I don't know. Apparently, those detentions are not in my permanent record because apparently the detentions you got in middle school do not count in your record for high school. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but if it is true, apparently they're not on my records anymore because it turned out they were baloney detentions from what I've been told. So, and this teacher, if she's watching this, hello. It is not so nice to see you watching this video. And if you were teaching, I would have loved to tell that school, if you were still a teacher, or if you are still a teacher, I don't know which one. I would love to have your administration watch this and hear all the complaints I've said about you. Because you apparently said I was the one who got you fired. That's right. Apparently I got you fired because I was doing the right thing by reporting you to administration for doing the wrong thing. Oh yes, I've heard all the stories about you calling me Satan child behind my back. And the spawn of Satan. Oh, how nice to hear. That is such a compliment to me. That was sarcasm if you didn't know that. Oh, and by the way, you're probably going to love this. Actually, no, you're probably going to hate me even more. I'm trans. That's right. I'm a trans man, and gosh darn it, I'm proud of it. I'm proud to be a trans man, and you know what? I'm also proud to be attracted to women too. I'm proud to be a straight man. So, if you don't like it, you can just click off this video now. Teacher who made my life a living hell in 8th grade. You can just click off and go on your little rant again about how I am the Satan child, or the spawn of Satan. So, yeah. You're gonna say I'm gonna burn in hell? Well, I'll see you there. That's enough of that rant now. Back to do's and don'ts. Another do is to always be prepared. I don't know how many times I've seen college students this year not be prepared on the first day. That ranting makes me want to drink more of this wicked black cherry. And I don't know how many people I saw back when I was in high school not be prepared for like note taking. That seems like a lot of problem with school students, with those who go to school, is they're never prepared on the first day. So you should always be prepared for the first day. Actually, always be prepared in general, because I know in some schools you get in trouble for not having your homework. So sorry about that. Hold on, please. Hold on 1 second. Hello? Yeah, let me go get her. I'll be back. Sorry about that. That was my aunt on the phone looking for my grandmother. Now where was I? Oh yes, being prepared. I don't know how many times I have seen students be very unprepared with, I know when I was in middle school we used to get like detentions if we had like 3 red unprepared stamps or 2 red violation stamps. And I remember when I was in middle school, and I'm guilty for this, this was from like grade 6th through 7th. Yeah, grade 6th through 7th, I had more unprepared stamps, but I had 0 violation stamps. The violation stamps were like only in 8th grade, because again, that little rant I went on, I wrongfully had those red violation stamps. So yeah, you know what I mean. I'm not going off topic again like I did. But yeah, I know like with some schools, if you're unprepared, they give you red unprepared stamps, and if you get a certain number, you get detention. So always be prepared, especially if your school is one of those schools who like use red stamps and you get detention after so many of those red stamps. So be prepared. Don't go like making rumor pages, because when I was in high school, there was someone who made a rumors page and spread nasty rumors about teachers and students. And it came to the point where there was a investigation going on in the school. They were interrogating people because of this. It was an anonymous person, but they said some nasty things, and some of them were threatening, apparently, and no one knew who the person was. So apparently there was an investigation going on about it, and they brought in a federal agent, to talk about cyberbullying. So please, 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 I plead to you, do not make any rumors pages, because you'll never know if your school is one of those schools that will do and investigation and interrogate people who may be suspected of doing that. So please don't do something stupid like that. When it comes to dances, I know some schools will allow you to bring somebody who doesn't go to the school. I know with the school I went to in middle school, we were not allowed to have outside guests. That was in high school we were allowed, but not in middle school. Please, those forms are important. Please have them signed. Please make sure, the person you're taking to the dance's two principal signs it. Please, it's for safety reasons. It's for safety. There have probably been incidents in the past where someone from another school caused trouble. So just get them signed. I know, if you're 18, you're like, oh, I shouldn't need this sign. If you're a senior in high school saying you don't need that sign, please get it signed. Just get it signed just so the school could stop nagging you to sign it. Get it signed and filled out before the school just screams and hollers. Just do it, okay? That's basically it. Please check back later for the next video. That is not back to school related.